Hello, everybody. It's so nice to see everyone tonight. So many familiar faces and also some new friends. We're really grateful for everybody that came out during the snowstorm or the little flurries that we got. I know the roads are a little icy. So welcome, everyone, to St. Columba Bridget Church. This is one of the churches that I've been working at for the past 20 years or so. Just some housekeeping announcements. There's a bathroom. If you go out this exit right here, or this one, you go all the way down the hall, there's 2 restrooms. There's also a drinking fountain. There's some water on the table there for anyone that needs some water. If everyone could just turn off their cell phones or silence them during the concert, that would be appreciated. But we're so grateful for everyone that's here tonight. We have 2 honored guests that are Azure's grandparents, Andy and Evie Mahalik. They're dear family members that have been part of our family for as long as I can remember. And we're dedicating this concert to our dear great-grand Margaret Mahalik, who passed away last week on December 11th. And she truly was a gem of a person, one of the most beautiful human beings I've ever met. So this concert is dedicated to her tonight. And then we're going to let Amy make a couple welcoming announcements.
Welcome. Thank you for coming out on this chilly December day to take this inner journey through the magic of the Christmas season. I'm Amy Gallagher. We are Concerts for the Soul. I call myself an intuitive poet. I think of it as a God-given gift, and I just go into a place of prayer and meditation, and the words just come. I'm generally working on my poems the night before the concert, so it's definitely a divine inspiration, and I'm happy to share it with you tonight. This is my brother, Cory Gallagher, the tenor vocalist, and my son, Azure James, on harp, and we're blessed to have our special guest, our longtime team member, Chuck Basil, doing his piano magic. We started Concerts for the Soul back in around 2011, kind of as a fluke. It was my other grandma who passed on. We did a memorial for her, and we combined all our gifts and told the story of her life. And then we decided to offer that to the public, and it's just continued on these past years. So if you haven't been to a concert before, it's kind of like an inner meditative journey, a healing journey. So just feel free to close your eyes and just enter into the stillness. And we're happy to take this journey tonight. Azure will get us started. Come, let's take a walk through the Christmas story. And come, let's take a walk through the story of our lives as the two are one and the same. The Christmas story is a panoramic vista of our human journey. It's the story of me, it's the story of you. It's the story of our struggles and our plights, moving through the darkness to find our shining star of Bethlehem. It's the story of the unknown and the uncertain, giving way to faith, always faith. It's the story of losing those we hold dear, just as Mary endured. Her son's birth was written in the stars, and his death was etched in the cosmos. It's the story of losing ourselves and then finding ourselves again. And it's the story of how the most enduring human qualities, care and compassion, kindness and love, can exist amongst the most inhumane qualities. And somehow love will always rise in the end. So come tonight, all ye faithful. Come ye, all who are struggling. Come, all who are laden with grief. Come, all who are weighted with burdens. Come, all of you who are struggling with illness, cancer, depression, anxiety, addiction, or despair. Come, all who feel lost and confused. Come, who are weighted with grief. Come, all of you who are faithful. Come one, come all, come you, come me. Let's take a walk through the story of Christmas, which is the story of our lives.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exultation. Sing, all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord.
Guardaste fidelis, leti triumphantas, venite, venite in Bethlehem. Datum videte, regem angelorum, venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus. Dominum.
This next song is dedicated to Michael Carasetti.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever.
Come, let's take a walk through the story of our lives. In your mind's eye, see an empty clearing, stark and bare from autumn's touch. There is a deep, dark, tunneling forest, as black as midnight, inviting you in. You are called to enter, to burrow and nestle in winter's dark cocoon. You may hesitate, you may resist to enter into this midnight hour of winter's solemn darkness. Yet the quietest little voice inside, perhaps the voice of an angel, says we must answer the call. It is only through going through the deepest darkness that we get to know the brightest light. The trees are knotted and branching in divergent directions. These are the times in life where we hesitate with contrary paths before us, not knowing which way to walk. The roots are knotted like the roots of despair that form in our throat or our belly when it's time to speak a long-held truth. The ground is rocky and bumpy. The obstacles in our lives where we feel the world is working against us. Or maybe it is just us working against ourselves. There is the melancholy cry of a mourning dove, our grief for those beloved ones we have lost. It can seem like an endless hollow well. The deep inner cocoon of the winter solstice invites those important life questions. Is there something you need to let go of? A relationship, a habit, an addiction, a fear? Is there something you need to embrace? A person, a career path, a long-held truth, a destiny? Is there someone you need to forgive? Or do you need to humbly ask for forgiveness? Is there a higher path you are called to walk? And is it finally time? Mary grappled with these difficult questions on her own journey when the angel Gabriel came to her with a message of her higher calling. Maybe her mind raced. Maybe she felt dizzy and her world started spinning with this strange and unusual newfound destiny. Yet through faith she found her way. We will fall and we will falter. We will stumble and we will fumble. And yet we will make it through our hour of darkness. There will be an answer. Keep the faith. Always keep the faith.
I wander as I wander out under the sky. How Jesus, our Savior, did come for to die. For poor hungry people like you and like I wonder as I wonder out under the sky. When Mary birthed Jesus, 'twas the cornerstone, with wise men and fathers and shepherds unknown, and high from the heavens a stars light the and the promise of ages, it then did recall. If Jesus had wanted for any wee thing, a star in the sky, a bird on the wing, or all of God's angels in heaven for to see, he surely could have it, for he was the King. I wonder, as I wonder, out under the sky.
I remember singing this song to Grandma many, many times.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena, Ave, Ave Dominus, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, ora pro nobis, ora pro nobis peccatoribus. Dum et in hora mortis nostrae, in hora mortis nostrae, in hora mortis nostrae. Ave Maria.
On our walk, let us wander back in time and open our treasure chest of golden Christmas memories. Imagine before you your childhood home. Perhaps it is long gone, or maybe rebuilt in a way that is unrecognizable, but in your mind's eye, it will always be yours. It is Christmas morning. You are gathered around a tree wrapped in tinsel. You are a rosy-cheeked child full of innocent exuberance. Mom and Dad look upon you beaming with such pride. They are just as excited as you. You tear open your gifts with fervor and joy, looking for the one you begged Santa for. Maybe it was a dollhouse, specially crafted just for you, with room after room and secret pockets of magic. A kitchen with a bowl full of fruit, a baby cradle with a sleeping infant, a tiny calico kitty, and even a little bureau that could hold your most precious trinkets. Maybe it was a train set that zipped and zoomed on the tracks, zooming through the tunnels with a choo-choo, or maybe it was a shiny new bike. And when you saw this most perfect gift, your world spun in dizzy delight, and you knew magic does exist. The twinkling of the sleigh bells and the thunder of reindeer hooves you thought you heard the night before, it was real. Do you remember going to midnight mass So very tired, yet spending the whole night wide awake in anticipation. Maybe it was decades ago, Christmas as a child in the land of Scotland, where you would call up the chimney to tell Santa what you wanted for Christmas. And your doting daddy would tell you the story of a little bird delivering Santa's messages. Your dad somehow believed in magic, and he wanted you to believe in it too. On Christmas Eve, you would hang your pillowcase at the foot of your bed, feeling for it throughout the night with your tender little toes. It was only after you fell asleep from sheer exhaustion that Santa's magic hand would appear. And by morning, you would awake to a pillowcase brimming with fruits and nuts and little dolls and trinkets. And then, decades later, here in this country, trying to create the same magic for your own children, and later your grandchildren. Doing everything you could find to find that perfect gift for each and every child. And even as money was meager, magic was always created in abundance. You would tiptoe around the house after midnight, creating a special kind of wonder that only a mother could. These days, you mingle new customs with the days of old, Christmas traditions echoing on through the generations. Christmas Eve was reserved for picking out a freshly cut tree to decorate as a family, preparing a spectacular display for Santa's arrival. Maybe your home was comfy and humble, but when touched with the spirit of Christmas, it transformed into a magical fairy-like cottage. The freshly cut tree standing tall and proud in all its sparkling glory, filled with shiny ornaments passed on as family heirlooms. The table turned into an abundant banquet of Christmas ham and Polish sausage, and your most favorite dessert, the one that you carried with you from overseas, trifle, layers of sponge cake soaked in sherry, spread with raspberry jam. And of course, your love of fruitcake. No one could ever make you doubt the magic of fruitcake. Your face was beaming with pride as you watched your grown children and later your grandchildren unwrap the special gifts you handpicked for them. There are always some extras for any wayward soul that might stop by. Your family gathered together in a misty, watercolored vision of smiles and glasses clinking with holiday cheer. Laughter and joy merging into a blur, so soft it could rock anyone to sleep. Memories, they light the corner of our minds. Although these memories are long since past, the love you bestowed on your family day after day, year after year, decade after decade will ripple on for eternity. Sometimes at Christmas, it's the most ordinary moments that we miss the most. I remember gathering around the table for Christmas breakfast, holding hands in prayer. And now some of these seats have changed. Like branches, we diverge. But no matter how much things change, we always have our treasure chest of golden Christmas memories, and we can relive them again and again. As every memory born of love echoes on with an eternal vibration, And in the end, time rewrites every line to love, only love. So remember your memories, cherish them. Remember the way we once were. Open your treasure chest of golden Christmas memories. Let it warm your heart and warm the days to come.
Memories, like the corners of our mind, misty water-colored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Memories may be beautiful and yet what's too painful to remember? We simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember whenever we remember the way we were. The way we were.
This next song is dedicated to Eleanor Bryan.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year, all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. May Yuletide came. Next year, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are near to us, gathered dear to us once more. Next year, our troubles will be gone, if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. So have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
This next song is dedicated to Joseph Wojciech. This is the Polish lullaby.
Lulajże Jezu, moja perełko. Lulajże Jezu, nie pieśnienko. Lulajże Jezu, lulajże, lulajże. Atigo matulu raciutulai. Lulajże Jezu, lulajże, lulajże. Atigo matulu raciutulai. Lulajże Jezu, no moja perełko. Lulajże Jezu, nie pieśnienko. Lulajże Jezu, lulajże, lulajże. Atigo matulu raciutulai. Lulajże Jezu, lulajże, lulajże. Atigo matulu raciutulai.
Our world can seem so fractured, polarized against one another, embroiled in conflict. How can we be at odds with each other when we are each a living, breathing miracle? We are one human family, and there is so much that unites us. We are united in our births, holding our infant child for the very first time and feeling a tiny warm hand wrapped snugly around your single finger. We are united in our deaths, holding vigil with someone we love as they make their sacred passage from this world, kissing their forehead, stroking their cheek, squeezing their hand, and then being awestruck by the peaceful and benevolent, gentle presence of death that's as quiet as slipping away. We are united in our joys. We are united in our tragedies. I think of the tragedy that struck this neighborhood 2 years ago in the community of Jefferson Avenue Tops Market, when 10 souls lost their lives. Yet even in tragedy, grace finds its way through. As people gathered in a vigil with their broken open hearts, my brother looked into the eyes of 2 elderly women. And although they looked completely different ages, different backgrounds, different walks of life, different skin, one the color of coffee or amber, the other the color of ivory or golden leaves, they looked at each other and acknowledged their shared humanity. And in their stories, they found that there was more that unites them than separates. He gained 2 new soul grandmas that day that are still part of our lives today. And a year later, at a Bills game, carrying on my dad's motto of strangers no more, he was drawn to compliment a concession stand worker on his warm and friendly smile. This simple act of kindness rippled into the conversation about the worker's young son currently in hospice. That rippled into my brother being a comfort for them in the tender months ahead. Who would have thought? A concession stand worker at a Bills game. We never know where the magic of kindness will take us. My dad lived by 3 simple words: strangers no more. This is also true of a special person who blessed our lives for many years, whom we've affectionately called Grandma Ray. A wise matriarch elder of the family who lived almost a century and abundantly blessed so many lives. To her, strangers were only friends in the making. She was a miner for the jewels in every person she met, always seeking out their beauty, being captivated by each and every person as if they were a marvel to behold. She would look at you with a childlike curiosity and awe, opening her treasure chest of stories and tales, which would draw out your own stories you didn't even know you had. And you would feel so loved and doted on to have captivated her ear and her heart. These moments stand before us like open hands of invitation to look into the eyes of another and see each other's beauty. We never know what might happen. We never know how this might spread. Let's take time to seek out the beauty in others, like Grandma Ray did, like my dad did. We will find it multiplies, and each act of kindness ripples to the next person and the next in ways we cannot even begin to imagine. This light is passed like a torch, forming a glowing candelabra of kindness that lights the world. This is the message that Mary carried in her womb as she did her walk. The Prince of Peace who would soon be birthed to say, love your neighbor as yourself. A message that would ripple throughout the ages upon the world over and over again. Love your neighbor as yourself. This Christmas, let every stranger be simply a friend in the making.
Do you remember me? I sat upon your knee. I wrote to you with childhood fantasy. Well, I'm all grown up now. Can you still help somehow? I'm not a child, but my heart still can dream. So here's my lifelong wish, my grown-up Christmas list. Not for myself, but for the world in need. No more nights torn apart, that wars would never start, and time would heal all hearts, and everyone would have a friend. That right would always win, that love would never end. This is my grown-up Christmas list. No more lives torn apart, that wars would never start, and time would heal all hearts, and everyone would have a friend. That right would always win, and love would never end. This is my grown-up Christmas list. He's got the whole world in his hand. 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 He's got the woods and the waters in his hand. He's got the woods and the waters in his hand. He's got the sun and the moon right in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the birds and the bees right in his hand. He's got the birds and the bees right in his hand. He's got the beasts of the field right in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got you and me right in his hand. He's got you and me right in his hand. He's got everybody in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got you and me right in his hand. He's got you and me right in his hand. He's got everybody in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got you and me right in his hand. He's got you and me right in his hand. He's got everybody in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand.
This little being that Mary held in her womb would one day be a Prince of Peace, who would one day say, "Whatever you do to one of the least, you do to me." I think of the children playing amidst war-torn rubble in far-off places, still finding a way to smile, the innocence of humanity existing amidst inhumanity. I think back to 6 years ago, this time of year, when my dad was in his most vulnerable phase of illness. his body slowly fading, his voice wilting of life force, and how my mom and brother attended to his every need, hope, wish, and desire, putting aside their own lives to pour their full love upon this once exuberant, vibrant, unstoppable man who provided for us at one time and who is now as vulnerable as an infant. I think of his last Christmas, just 2 weeks before he would leave the world, and the way we roused him from bed and helped him into a chair to enjoy Christmas morning for the very last time in his life. And in a breathtaking moment, he looked upon his family and his beloved wife and marveled at us with one poignant word: unbelievable. And yet, it truly was. We were blessed. 3 days later, I was called to care for one of the least amongst us. Found in the heart of Bailey Avenue on Buffalo's east side, a tiny limping black kitten eating blades of grass sticking out of crunchy snow, nursing her wounded little paw. I took her home temporarily with the intention of desperately trying to find her a new home with a friend. In the midst of the night, I awoke to a scratchy tongue licking my cheeks, and I was forever hers. 12 days later, my dad passed on to his next journey, and as I cared for the least amongst us, this tiny kitten, nursing her back to health, she also cared for me. As I helped heal this little kitten's body and being, she helped mend my aching heart. She helped tie together the threads of my grief in healing. Such pure grace. And so I named her Purry Grace, Queen Purry Grace to be exact. This little being in my care, what a sacred gift. We each hold the blessed privilege and responsibility to care for the least amongst us, to raise them up and watch them transform before our eyes, as only love can do. Let us hold that gift and that power with honor and privilege. As Jesus said, always care for the least amongst us, and you will care for me. And as we do, we just might find we heal our own hearts too.
This song is dedicated to the children of Gaza.
Helpless and hungry, lonely, afraid, wrapped in the chill of midwinter, come now among us, born into poverty's embrace, new life for the world. Who is this who lives with the lonely, sharing our sorrows, knowing our hungers? This is Christ, revealed to the world in the eyes of a child of the poor. is this stranger here in our midst, looking for shelter among us? Who is the outcast? Who do we see amid the poor, the children of God? Who is this who lives with the lonely, sharing their sorrows, knowing their hungers? This is Christ, revealed to the world through the eyes of a child of the poor.
Christmas is a time of festive joy and celebration, but it is also a time where we feel the loss of those we hold dear. The Christmas season itself seems to be a time where many loved ones make their sacred passage from this world. December 11, 2011 was the day my grandmother made her passage from this world. She was what started our concerts. And now, echoing through time, this year, on that exact same day, December 11th, now 2024, my son's great-grandma, a dear part of our family, Grandma Ray, Margaret Peacock Drover Mahalik, made her passage from this world. How time echoes. We all have a special someone we are missing this Christmas season and holding snugly in our hearts. Could you imagine if you awoke on Christmas morning and beneath your tree, a shiny glimmer catches your eye? It's a gold ribbon enrobing snow white paper with your name delicately etched on it. Tucked in the nativity set amidst baby Jesus. With trembling hands, you open it to discover a letter from heaven. If your loved one could write you just one letter from heaven, here is what they might say. Merry Christmas, my dear. I know this is a tender time of year for you, and I know you are missing me. You miss the sweet sound of my voice, never to be replicated again in all of human life. You miss the way my eyes would sparkle in childlike joy and delight. You miss the way my body would become so animated with stories and quintessential tales of the new and the old. I seem to have a library of volume after volume of stories of love, of magic, of human kindness, of synchronicities and serendipities, and tales of overcoming, and even tales of adventure. You miss my presence in the house and the way I found magic in ordinary moments, the afternoon light forming magical rainbow prisms on the wall, sharing a cup of tea and a cookie together on a Sunday afternoon. You miss how I was your greatest supporter and cheerleader and ally in this life. You simply miss me, all of me. But I can assure you, I am happier than ever. All the beautiful qualities I held here on earth are amplified by a billion. I am shining in exuberant, rosy-cheeked, childlike delight and joy. All the things I loved about life on earth, Surround me now in living, vivid color. In my weightless, luminous body, I weave through the iridescent mists, like in Scotland, mingled with rainbow after rainbow after rainbow. I dance on the oceanic waves that glitter in hues of azure blue and indigo, glittering like emeralds and diamonds. Waves that reflect my unbounded freedom and bit of wild free spirit. It is all as peaceful as gently rocking on the swing porch on the boathouse in the summer, with a gentle breeze touching my face. Hummingbirds weave around me, glittering like magical fairies, and a troop of white doves coo magical poetic reflections. I am so happy. So much comes clear in the final breath of our lives. All the stresses and physical pains and burdens we carry dissolve like dust in the wind. There is only forgiveness. There is only love. Every heavy burden simply dissolves in a fit of laughter. How could we have ever taken it seriously? We see how every person we met on our life journey was like a perfect stitch in the tapestry of our lives. We see every person as a living, breathing work of art. And that moment where we tenderly slip away, guided by death's gentle touch, we find every person who went before us there to greet us. And it's as if not a moment has passed. You will see we will all meet again in the blink of an eye. I will run to you, you will run to me. We will twirl and whirl and dance in dizzy delight. So please, don't waste too much time missing me. I lived a rich and full life beyond my vividest dreams. Instead of missing me, live me on. Live me on in carrying on my traditions, my qualities, my essence. Take the time to handwrite each friend in your life a Christmas card with the most perfect hand-picked image and the most perfect note straight from your heart. Take that trip to Scotland or Ireland or Italy. Don't hold back. Make sure the family gathers together, even if for one precious night of the year. Live me on, through acts of kindness to others, through strangers no more, through seeing each person as a marvel. And as you love others, you will be loving me. And I promise you, I will be helping you from the beyond. I will still be your greatest cheerleader in this life. I want you to live as I have lived, seeking the precious preciousness of each day and finding joy in the ordinary moments and magic and miracles in the mundane. So find me. Find me in magical prisms of light. Find me in fireflies. Find me in hummingbirds. Then I will no longer be your loved one lost. I will be your loved one found, again and again and again. And before we know it, we will all meet again, somewhere over the rainbow, where the lush rolling green hills meets the misty, glittering emerald sea. I will be waiting for you. Merry Christmas, my love. I am with you this Christmas, this New Year, and always.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble around, Heaven opens a magic lane when all the clouds darken up the skyway. There's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow, wild and oh wild, if happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? By young bonny banks and by young bonny breaks, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, there me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. So you'll take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before you. But me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there that we parted on young shady glen, on the steep, steep side of Lomond, where in purple hue the Highland hills we view, and the moon coming round in the gloaming. And you'll take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before you. But me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. The wee birdies sing and the wildflowers spring, In the sunshine, the waters are streaming, but the broken heart, it never can be darkened. The bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. So we'll take the high road, I'll take the low road. We'll be in Scotland before ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. The wee birdies sing and the wildflowers spring, and the sunshine, the waters are sleeping, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. But me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
This song is dedicated to Kristen Gilmaholic. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go on. Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you. Go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart. My heart will go on and on. Love can touch us one time, then last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone. Love was when I loved you, one true time I hold to. You have come to show you. Go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart. My heart will go on and on. Your
near. There's nothing I fear, and I know that the heart does go on. We'll stay forever this way. You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. On and on and on.
In our mind's eye, it is now Christmas Eve. It's time to return from our walk, return home. We enter back through the midnight forest, where we encountered our griefs, our sorrows, and our difficult solstice questions. Yet it is now not the same forest, because we are not the same as when this evening began. We entered into an inner journey, and the world now looks different. We walk back into the forest, this time unafraid, our hearts aglow. Tonight we have gained an answer to an important life question. And as we walk, we are warmed by our golden Christmas memories of Christmases past. Instead of feeling sorrow, we feel awe that such a moment actually happened. How blessed we were, how blessed we are. And now we will create new memories again, moment by moment. We walk back through the true meaning of the season, the acts of human connection that weave our tapestry of soul family, and strangers turn into friends. We walk back, holding in our hearts the little ones of the world, knowing it is our sacred responsibility to lift them up. We are one human family. We walk back, hearing our loved one's voice like that of an angel. And if we listen with the ears of our heart and see with the eyes of our soul, we can hear them, their words writing a letter in our hearts just for us. We walk back and see a powerful, noble deer with golden, majestic antlers. An albino fox slinks past us with ruby jeweled eyes. A snowy owl speaks primordial words of wisdom. We leave the forest and enter the clearing where our journey began. In the clearing is a fantastical display of all the miracles of this past year, 2024. The solar eclipse, where the sun became the moon became the sun, daylight became dusk, became sunset, became the blackness of night, became the tender workings of dawn, all in a few moments. Such a miracle. The fiery tail of a comet that descended upon us, a light in the sky, a streamer of celebration. The northern lights making a surprise appearance in streamers of pink and indigo, unusual to be seen in this part of the world, a miracle. And amidst this, there is a cosmic troop of golden angels serenading us. It is all before us in a wondrous display of God's mighty artistry. We are enraptured and swept up, love-struck and lifted by a power so much higher and grander than us. And amidst these cosmic miracles, the first snow of the season gently drifts down like tiny feathers, as if floating on air. So simple, so pure, and just as miraculous. And just down the hill, there is a glowing light in a meager shelter where one of the least is born. Yet through his pure heart, he will become one of the most. And so we walk on, walking in the air, walking towards this light.
We're walking in the air. We're floating in the moonlit skies. The people far below are sleeping as we fly. I'm holding very tight. I'm riding in the midnight glow. I'm finding I can fly so high above with you. Children gaze, open mouth, taken by surprise. Nobody down below believes their eyes. We're walking in the air. We're dancing in the midnight sky. And everyone who sees us greets us as we fly. Children gaze, open-mouthed, taken by surprise. Nobody down below believes us. We're walking in the air. We're dancing in the midnight sky. And everyone who sees us greets us as we fly. We're walking in the air. We're floating in the moonlit skies. The people far below are sleeping as we fly. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would someday walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy Save our sons and daughters. Did you know that your baby boy has come to make us new? This child that you deliver will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kissed your little baby, you kissed the face of God. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know?
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, O night divine. In a meager shelter, in a manger, an infant is swaddled in robes of white, sleeping in heavenly peace. Radiant beams from his holy face, held tight by his beloved mother's grace. Mary is mesmerized, captivated, riveted by an unexplainable power and presence. She kisses his tiny rosebud lips and strokes his cheeks with a single slender finger, and gazes into his ocean eyes that seem to hold multiverses. In that manger, amongst the calves and the donkeys, he looks like he is one of the least, but with his pure heart, choice by choice, kind act by kind act, he will become one of the most. He will work many miracles. He will create full eclipses beyond what we can dream of. He will move the northern lights like with a wave of his hand. He will walk on water. He will heal the sick. He will raise the dead. He will alter the course of the stars and transform the course of humanity. Yet amidst his greatness, in some ways, his story will be like our own. He too will know struggles, moments of doubt, moments of temptation, moments of losing faith, only to find it again. And one day his holy face will rise in redeeming grace. O holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. So walk on from this journey, holding this light in your heart. Let it guide your way. See the goodness in all people, and kind act by kind act. Together, we will create a glowing candelabra of kindness that will light the world. And that we will find our kingdom of heaven here on earth. For tonight breaks through a new and glorious morning and a night divine. And this is the Christmas miracle. Merry Christmas, everyone.
This song is dedicated to Stacy Edwards.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. Sleep and harmony. Sleep in heavenly silent night, holy night, shepherds queen, out the sight, radiant beams from thy holy face. With the dawn of redeeming grace, Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, lost pure night, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Christ our Savior is born. Christ our Savior is born. Please join me. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin, mother so tender and sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. This final song of the evening is dedicated to all our grandmothers, especially Helen Greck, Grandma Margaret, Peacock Dover Maholick, and Grandma Simone Sikora. Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error till he appeared, and our soul felt its the thrill of the weary world rejoices, for yonder grace, a new and glorious world. Oh, hear the angel voices on night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine. Please join me. Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error, till he appeared, and our soul felt its the thrill of hope. The weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, when Christ was born. O night divine, O night divine, fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Divine, oh night, when Christ was born. Oh night divine, oh night divine.
Thank you all. Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you all for being part of this beautiful night together. I feel like we all embarked on a sacred journey tonight, and we were all meant to be here. Thank you all so much for taking the time to be here tonight and to really tap into the true meaning of what Christmas is all about. So thank you all for embarking on this journey. We love you all, and we thank you all. Merry Christmas.
Hi, everyone. I'll just give a couple closing announcements. We have our dear friend Roz in the back, who has some of Cory's Christmas CDs. He's having a little sale, so they make perfect stocking stuffers. And please sign our email list if you're not on it, so you can stay in the loop of upcoming concerts. If you enjoyed tonight, maybe you can tell friends and family about our final concert tomorrow at 1 p.m. at Blessed Sacrament Church. I think there's information back there, or it's also on our Concerts for the Soul Facebook page. And we do a lot of our concerts on a donation basis, so we really appreciate your generosity. Your donations actually enable us to spread the word in places that really need it, like hospitals and nursing homes and assisted living facilities. We've done some beautiful Christmas concerts in those places this season, and it's so beautiful to see how touched the residents are singing along and bringing that holiday love and cheer to them. And we like to continue that all year round. So thank you for your donations. We have boxes back there and also some virtual payment options. So thank you all so much for coming, and I'm wishing you all the most Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Special round of applause for Amy and her amazing pour of reflections. Azure James for his inspired magical harp renditions, and the beautiful Chuck Hazel on piano for his magical touch on the piece. Thank you, Chuck. Cory.
Yeah.